Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Hostways Exotics, and today we're going to be getting down with cleaning up the reptile house here today because we got a lot of spicy meatballs down here inside of our enclosures, and we need to do a little bit of cleaning in here because we got stuff pretty much everywhere and we need to do some cleaning, so get ready for a montage. This little snake right here is my albino Nelson's milk snake. So this is a little snake that was given to me by somebody that it was really shipped to them by mistake, and they not really snake people, so they decided to call me and release him to me. So he's been in good care. We're about to feed him today, but he's been growing good. I haven't really thought of a name, so if you guys want to name our little friend here, definitely put one down in the comments, or I'll make a post for it pretty soon, and we'll see how you guys like it. But I really enjoy my little friend here. He's pretty cool little milk snake. I missed my other one. I sold him when I went down to Florida for a move, so having this one back into the collection definitely brings back some memories. And it's an albino one with good coloration on him, so I'm gonna put him in his feeding receptacle here, and we will try to get him fed. So we'll move on to another snake. All right, guys, here we go. So this is the smallest temper rattlesnake that we have here in the collection. This little guy is not very big at all, and we have our holding receptacle. We can get him up here on the table, get a little bit better closer look up at him. So this would be the Crotalus horridus, and one awesome species of pit viper in my opinion, and rattlesnake in general. So here you go. This is probably, I'd say roughly 1.5 feet long, getting close to 2 feet, but pretty small rattlesnake. This one's finally got enough buttons so that we can rattle his tail a little bit, but he's looking gorgeous. I'm probably about to feed him here in a little while, but I figured since we getting him out, I'll give you guys a little up close look of him and get him back in his enclosure, and we'll go check out another one of my snakes as we're going through doing some enclosure cleaning, getting out them spicy meatballs. All right, guys, let's move on to another venomous snake, and this will be the copperhead pit vipers. So I'll go ahead and get our holding receptacle ready, and because we got to be on the money, because this little guy right here is feisty little danger noodle and does not play at all. So let's get him out here so you guys can get a little glimpse. This is the copperhead. This is one of the babies here that I've been raising up. You still see they have that little yellow tail there, but they've been living their best life in their little enclosures, getting big, and I don't know, the coloration definitely has changed since I've been keeping them, since they were babies compared to now. They're more of a duller color, but now they really filled out pretty well and gotten pretty big. I mean, they're nowhere near the size of the adults and the parents, but I think it's pretty good. So moving on, we'll clean out that cage and we'll pull out the other copperhead that's over here. I'll get you a little close up. He's looking really cute doing his little hiding thing in the brush, and then move on to some more snakes. So all right, guys, so here is my boa constrictor. This is my Guyana red-tailed boa. I've had this snake for quite a long time, since I first started getting reptiles. And he's been a real good snake to have in the collection. As you can tell, this guy is super agile and can get on a snake hook pretty well. But he's a pretty good snake. Pretty well mannered. I haven't really handled him as much as I wanted to in the past. Overall, he's pretty decent. So go ahead and we'll get him into the holding receptacle, and we'll have a couple more facts about them as well. I just don't really trust them as well as much as I used to, because I haven't been handling them. So they're a little bit more of a temperate species. All right, guys, so we can move on to some of the bigger snakes. I figure we're going to take out some of the rattlesnakes while I mess around with the copperheads. I need to put that little piece somewhere I can find it easily, so we'll put it right here. So we got to start with Mr. Shaky himself, the Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake. He's a great biggin', I say so. We can safely maneuver this big guy around for you. Pretty big rattlesnake, and I got my special snake hook for you, so that way we can hold him and support him very, very well. Because I really enjoyed this guy, and I want to make sure he's safe, because the bigger snake hooks help keep the little brittle rib bones together. And also, he's pretty big. I'd say he's getting around 4.5, close to 5 feet long. He ain't gonna be no Tyler Nolan rattlesnake, but I mean, he's gonna be something. Oh man, he's heavy though. So let me get him in here, like so. And we'll be good to go. Come on, there you go. Jeez Louise. Go. And we'll lock him up, then we can get out our timber rattlesnake. So let me just put a couple little locks right there to keep him held in there temporarily. And then a timber rattlesnake is in here as well. But let's probably open the lid first, and we'll put that one over here. We got some poop and things we need to clean out. We gotta give them some fresh water. Oh, okay, so our mama timber rattlesnake is gonna be going through shed soon. So we probably don't need to feed her. So we might even separate her and put her like over here in this enclosure for a little while. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll leave them together for a little while longer, because I want to get them really used to being around each other. They're gonna be having us some babies pretty soon. So this is the big girl timber rattlesnake. She's pretty huge. She's the biggest timber rattlesnake I got. I mean, she's an adult, probably 8 or 9 years old, maybe getting close to 10. So she's definitely ready to be breeding, have some babies. She has a really long rattle, but I don't want to mess with her too much because she's going blue right now, and they can't see too well. So this will be a time where there's going to be a little bit more on edge than what they normally would be. So it's best not to press your luck sometimes, if you know what I mean, guys. because she is a good rattlesnake, and there's no need to mess up that temperament by, doing that. Let's move on to another snake. All right, guys, so over here, we got ourselves one of the copperhead pit vipers, one of my favorite snakes in general, and one of the most tamest venomous snakes that you can possibly get, in my opinion. Like, not even, I wouldn't, you know what, I shouldn't even say tame. I should say mild-tempered, because there's no thing in taming a snake, in my opinion. But you can get one that's way more mild-tempered compared to some other ones. And whenever they get to the adult stage, like some of the babies, they're a little bit more nippy. But these guys, they relatively strike, and they're pretty easy to handle on a hook. As you can see, I'm not doing this with pretty much anything. He's not really striking at me, moving my hand around. He's more interested in what's going on around him. So that ends the male, and then female is over here, and she may or may not be pregnant, but I'm not sure. She's definitely a little on the thick side, as you guys can tell here. So this one's definitely a way prettier copperhead. Can't really tell. She might be. Oh yeah, she's got to be pregnant. Gotta be. But we'll get her in there. Clean out some cages. Moving on to the world's smallest species of rattlesnake, the pygmy rattlesnake. This is a Carolina red-faced pygmy rattlesnake, and this is my very first venomous snake that I ever got, guys. I still have this guy to this day. And I really thank my buddy. He don't really post anymore with his reptiles. He kind of got out of it because he had a bad deal with old YouTube, but I understand. But he does a little bit different stuff on YouTube, not with the reptiles. But he helped me ascertain this little guy here, and this has been a dream. But let's go ahead and get him out of here, because he's got some pooping things we got to get out and get him into a little small, safer enclosure, because he's definitely not the best to be on a hook for very long periods of time. So straight in the bucket, and then we'll see you guys on the next reptile. Alright guys, and now for the piece de la resistance for the video is Sniper, the pit viper, the one and only second OG venomous reptile that I picked up. But he is probably one of the biggest heavy-bodied snakes that I have compared to the Eastern Diamondbacks and stuff. But this one is a massive water moccasin. I mean, I don't know how big other ones get, because I haven't really seen a lot for reference. I mean, I've seen like one or two, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Old Sniper, the pit viper, he's pretty thick, man. He's not super long, but thick and heavy for sure. So let's try to get him with our good snake hook here, and then we can lift him out pretty easy. Give you guys a little friend here. Sniper, the pit viper, awesome snake. Don't want to bother him too long, like he's about to poop. bowl a lot every time. So